Hi Arbor, Katie Winter here. I lead the welcome team at Arbor, and I just wanted to speak with you guys about grace today. And to start us off, I want to share a little visual of my front doorbell. There it is. And the reason I'm showing that to you is because one of my children, who will remain nameless, decided yesterday in the midst of this COVID epidemic to lick the front doorbell. Yes, you heard me right. He straight up stuck his tongue on there. And needless to say, that gave Lauren and I both a little anxiety. We felt pretty keyed up after that incident and didn't necessarily react with the most grace towards this child. We were pretty frustrated. There may have been some yelling going on. But in the midst of it, when I took a deep breath, closed my eyes, and prayerfully sought Jesus' wisdom, he reminded me that his grace is sufficient and that I need to extend that grace to my child who made that poor choice. So I decided to talk to my kid and say, buddy, I need you to know that you should not feel shame, and I love you, but that was not a good decision, and let's learn from it. And he said, okay, mommy, I love you. And it ended up being okay. Pray that he doesn't get anything from that. But I just was reminded of the story from 2 Corinthians where Paul was afflicted with, he doesn't necessarily state in the chapter what his affliction was, but he talks to the Corinthians about how he has pleaded with God for God to take the affliction away 3 times, and it hasn't been lifted. And he says that what he's realized through this process is that God's grace is sufficient for him. So here it is in 2 Corinthians chapter 12. He says, 3 times I pleaded with the Lord to take it away from me. But he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me. That is why, for Christ's sake, I delight in weaknesses, in insults, in hardships, in persecutions, in difficulties. For when I am weak, I am strong. In that moment, when he licked the doorbell, I was weak in my reaction. Aren't we all weak right now? This is not easy. There are a lot of challenges that we're facing with stay at home and just being really not able to lead the lives that we normally lead. It's very challenging. It's hard. We're faced with these difficult situations that are unlike anything we've ever dealt with. We don't have the community surrounding us, but the thing is that Christ's grace is sufficient for us when we lose our patience, when we might lose our temper, when we might be short with our spouse or our child. His grace can meet us there in the midst of that. And that's my prayer for you all, is that you would feel that grace and that you would extend that grace in the present moment of this epidemic when we're at home. May that grace just wash over you every day. Love you guys. Peace out.